drums were a lot simpler than anything that was happening in my dance classes, because I actually know how to dance and I didn't know how to drum at all. And then also for my dance classes, there would usually be at least 3, if not 4 drummers there accompanying us, and they were all expert drummers. There was mostly people from the Joke family, my host family. Like I said, music was a huge part of their lives, and so they grew up doing this for as far back as they remember. They remember their uncle teaching them how to drum on a djembe and on the sabar. He made his living off of drumming, touring with the National Ballet. A lot of the other brothers, they spent a lot of time making djembes and sabar drums, which is really difficult. I learned just from watching them do it, and so they spent a lot of time doing that. Then a lot of times when we would just be hanging out at the house while the women were working and the men were sitting around talking, they would sometimes just grab a drum and start drumming all together, just hanging out, and that's what they would kind of do for fun. Was that it gave me a way to interact with the family that wasn't language-based, because a lot of members of the family didn't speak any French because they hadn't had education, or the school-age kids, they hadn't started learning French in school yet. And so I had to find other ways to get along with them. And with the kids, it was pretty easy because I could just like give them candy, or we would draw together or something. So I became friends with one of the boys who was about 10 years old. His name was Nico. And on my last day, he really wanted to practice his drumming. He was a really good drummer, way better than I was, because like his uncles, he had grown up learning how to play. And on my last day, he really wanted to play with me. And I had just been learning sabar and djembe, but at the time, I'm pretty sure I had a broken finger. And so playing the djembe was really difficult for me. And so I tried to tell him, you know, like, I don't want to play the djembe, but I want to listen to you play. And instead, he offered how to teach me how to play the junjuns, and that was just a really cool experience, like learning how to play a different type of drum from a 10-year-old kid who we didn't share a language at all, but we were able to communicate and hang out with each other through the music, and that was one of my favorite parts.